Good morning. Today's the 20th day of February, and it's a Tuesday, which is unusual because we usually have court on Mondays, but yesterday was a holiday, so the court was closed. So we have a pretty light docket. We've got some people for reviews, so Bale's going to call your name, come up to the table to your right, and I'm going to review your file with you. Call the reviews.
Christy Canterbury Browning, Nathan Doss. Christy Canterbury Browning, Nathan Doss.
Okay, doesn't look like either one are going to appear. Nathan Doss was 23-245. It's a TRC case number. He's paid his fines, but he hasn't finished his community service, and he's supposed to be in treatment. I have a letter from a treatment provider from the fall, but nothing updated, so I'll issue a warrant for failure to appear.
Was that Nathan Doss, Your Honor?
Yes.
I believe he's on.
Oh, is he on Zoom? Sorry. All right, is Mr. Doss there? He's got his microphone muted. Nathan Doss, are you there? All right, well, I'll come back to him because there's some bit there. Okay, there he is. All right, Mr. Doss, this is your review hearing today, so I'm showing that according to the file, you've done everything but complete your community service, and I don't have a final letter on your counseling. Okay, I'm not getting audio on you, so let me see. Maybe we need Mr. Major to come in. We had this problem last week, getting the audio to work. Maybe it was Monday. Okay, we're going to try to adjust it, sir. Not getting any audio from Mr. Doss that's on the screen.
Okay. Last week.
Yeah, we
Shut
had
it down and restarted.
Now he's disappeared. He was.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Doss, we're trying to fix the audio, so just bear with us. All right, if you could try to unmute your microphone, I'm showing it's muted.
Sorry, for some reason now I can hear.
Okay, there we go. I'm hearing you too. Okay, so your case number is 23-245. You've paid your fines. You've done 1 day of community service. I'm showing you 4 more days. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And I have a letter from City of Columbus Public Health where you were doing counseling, but it doesn't say you were completed, so I need a letter of completion also on your counseling. What's going on with that?
It's been completed since before I left the country, towards my last court date.
Okay, well, I need a letter from them saying you are completed.
Yes, sir.
And I need for you to finish your community service. So I'll give you another review hearing day. Anything else you want to tell me about it?
Yes, sir. I moved to Dallas, so I'm gonna have to get my community service done here and then just get it approved prior.
Yeah, that's fine. We would approve you doing community service with any legitimate charitable organization. So it can't be like Aunt Susie, I cut her grass. It's got to be Salvation Army, something like that. on letterhead that is official looking. So you get those hours in, submit it, and it should be accepted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you working, sir?
Yes, right now I'm doing some seasonal work in Dallas.
What's your work? Is it better for you to come in on Mondays or Fridays for these hearings? Does it matter?
Right now, Mondays would probably work better.
Okay. Yours is a newer case. I'm going to give you longer to get this finished. So I'm going to set your next hearing for April the 8th. So if you get community service submitted and you get a letter of completion filed with the court, just verify that with either the clerk or the probation officer, and you won't have to appear at the hearing. Otherwise, I'll let you appear by teleconference like you're doing today since you live out of the area.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, April the 8th at 9 a.m. is your next hearing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, then Christy Browning, also known as Christy Canterbury, has been called for case numbers 1813, 18, 19, 171. She has not appeared, so there'll be a bench warrant for failure to appear. Do we have any?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start new cases next. So that's called the arraignment hearing. If you're here for that, call your name, come up to the table to your right, stand there. I'm going to go over the charge with you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to make any statements. If you choose to make statements, what you say is on the record. It can be used against you if you admit something about your case. If you want to talk to a lawyer, you should enter a not guilty plea. If you want one appointed, I'll have to ask you about your income. If you can't afford a lawyer and you meet the guidelines, then I can appoint a lawyer for you if it's a jailable offense, which most of the cases here would be jailable. You have a right to bail, and you have a right to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are your rights that you have. If you enter not guilty or no contest plea, you're waiving those rights. You shouldn't do that if you don't understand the proceedings. If you want to talk to a lawyer or if you want to have a trial in your case, you should enter not guilty. That preserves all those rights that you have. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Brian McClellan, case number TRD 182552, A, B, and C, CRD 16200, TRD 161007, A and B, TRD 143549, A and B, TRD 101638, A and B.
And sir, you're Brian McClellan, and this was on, you had a review hearing, I guess, a week ago Monday. And you didn't appear, is that right?
Yes.
Agree with that? You have any explanation?
Well, my ride canceled on me last second, and I couldn't find no other way here.
Okay. Well, I had not issued a warrant yet, so, are you able to pay anything on your?
Yeah, I paid 40.
Past funds?
Yeah, I paid 40 on it.
Okay. All right, that is correct, I verified that. So no warrant was issued. I'll give you a new hearing date. March 25th will be your next hearing at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Cameron Krantz, case number CRB 23695.
And And sir, are you Cameron Krantz?
Yes, sir.
The allegation is you missed a review hearing on Friday, so.
Yeah.
It was a theft charge. Do you admit that, or do you have an explanation for missing?
I got COVID and I'd called in and we had rescheduled for the 23rd, and I was gonna come in the 23rd, but
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, he did call me, and I advised him he had a week to get in before a warrant was issued.
Okay. All right, so no warrant's been issued. You were supposed to go to Valley Health, did you do that?
no, I rescheduled it as well. So I got an appointment on the 22nd.
Okay, so you're supposed to go this week?
Yeah. And I also paid my fines off as well. So the only thing I'll have to
That
get.
is correct, you did do that today. So here's what I'll do, I'll reschedule you, and I'll set it for March 22nd. Or are you working, sir?
Not now, I'm not.
Okay, so the 22nd will work.
Yeah,
That's
that
Friday.
sounds perfect.
March 22nd is your next hearing. Give me a report from Valley Health as to what is going on with you. And that's at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, if I may, I'm Cameron's wife. I do work at Kroger. Can I just take that in and let them see that so I can bring him to court?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I work at Kroger on First Street in the mornings, and can I take that in there to Kroger to let them know that he has court on the...
That's up to Kroger, that's not up to me.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Matthew Russell, case number CRB 17979 A and B, CRD 173254.
Answer, you're Matthew Russell,
Yes, sir.
and it looks like you got arrested on a bench warrant out of this court and posted a bond.
That's correct.
Case number is 173254, 17979, A and B. There is an extra, let's give him this copy. I'm sure he doesn't have it now. Okay, it's alleged that on November the 15th of 2017 at 7:50 p.m. in Perry Township, you ran a red light. That's probably what caused you to get stopped. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. And then in the criminal charges, it's alleged that you, in 979A, that at the same time and place, which was Perry Township, you knowingly were in possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a 4th degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. And that's alleged to be well, it doesn't really say in the oh, yes it does, a glass pipe. And then the B case was possession of marijuana. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand those charges?
I think so.
Do you have any questions about your rights or the charges you want to ask before you enter a plea?
I don't, no,
What plea do you wish to enter?
not guilty. I don't believe that I ran the red light, sir.
I didn't understand the last thing you said.
I don't believe that I ran the red light, sir.
Okay. Well, one of these is a jailable offense, so you are entitled to a court-appointed attorney. Do you want to
Yes, sir.
be considered for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I deliver packages for On Track in Ironton.
How do you get paid doing that?
Cash App. I'm sorry, Chime. I get paid with my Chime card.
Well, It's not a very good question. How are your wages calculated? I have to determine
They're
your
$3
gross
per-
annual income, so.
$3 per package, it's between $500 and $1,000 a week.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
I just started this job, sir.
Okay. Do you have family that you're supporting? Do you have any
I
children?
do. My dad is currently in the nursing home right now. He just had a major surgery to get his bladder taken out. It's an ileostomy, I believe is what it's called. And he's in recovery at the nursing home in Flatwoods.
Okay. Is he dependent on you for income?
I do help him out quite a bit with his medical needs and stuff, yes,
Do
sir.
you have any children?
No,
Do you have any money saved?
I did until I got arrested, sir.
Okay, so you use it to post bond?
Yes.
Do you have a bond up now? Okay, I'll go ahead and appoint a lawyer for you. And you said you live in Kentucky?
I live in Ashland, yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Holt, do we have his card? Okay, I'm going to appoint you a lawyer that's in Ironton, J.T. Holt. I'm giving bail saying you his card, so you need to contact him. I'm entering a not guilty plea. This is a 4th degree misdemeanor, so we'll have to set a hearing pretty quick because the time constraints on it. So I'm going to set it for this coming Monday, which is the 26th.
That's perfect.
Then if you need to call Mr. Holt today,
I will.
tell him that he's been appointed, and I'll send him a screenshot of the charge filed against you also. And then if he can't be here, he'll have to ask the court for a continuance of that hearing date. But as of now, I'm setting it for Monday, the 26th.
All right.
Pre-trial 10 o'clock. You need to be here then unless Mr. Holt tells you he's made arrangements for a different date. Since he's not here, I can't find out whether he can be here or not on that day.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Russell?
Not at this time, no.
Okay, contact Mr. Holt.
Okay. Thank you.
Not guilty pleas entered for you. I'll do that.
State of Ohio versus Stephanie D. Kingsbury, case number CRB 18826.
All right, ma'am, are you Stephanie Kingsbury?
Yes, sir.
It's alleged you missed a hearing. Looks like it was back in 2019, July 22nd of 2019. And from the bond I see in the file, it looks like you got arrested on a warrant and then you posted a bond here recently,
Yeah.
correct? The initial charge had been a theft offense that you had been found guilty of and had a review hearing. All right, do you admit or deny that you missed your hearing back in 2019?
I admit.
Do you have an explanation for that?
A lot happened. My mother died, ended up moving to Virginia. I don't know, that was so long ago. There was just a lot going on.
Okay, where are you living now?
I just moved back over here, literally within the last week. Right over here. I walked here.
Okay, do you know what the address is?
120 Township Road, 124.
Chesapeake?
Yeah.
Are you working now?
No, I
Okay.
have a son with special needs, and that's my life, basically.
Okay. Well, you had a fine and court costs to pay, and you had some community service to do. That's what's required on your case. So, is there any times that you can get in to do community service? Is there someone else that can
Fridays.
watch your son for you?
Fridays would be perfect
Okay.
for me.
Fridays, you can be here 7:30 a.m. on the west side of the building and do community service?
Yes.
Any Friday.
Okay.
And actually, you can do, once you've done your 5 days you were ordered, if you can't afford to pay your fines, you can work extra community service and work your fines off.
Okay.
In community service, $50 a day. So I'll set another hearing for you in March. So the way this works is you get review hearings, and as long as you show up, if you make some effort to get things done, I'll give you more time. If you don't show up, then you get a warrant, and now you've got a bond up. Well, it'll be a sentencing, so rather than a review. So you've got a bond up now, and the bail bondsman will come track you down if you don't show up, because he doesn't want to pay the $2,500. So you'll have somebody actively looking for you. When you have a warrant, just goes to the sheriff, they're not going to go out, if it's murder, they'll go out and look for you, but for a theft offense, they're not going to go look for you. It's just, they wait till you have police contact. Okay, so I'm going to set it for March 29th. That's the last Friday in March. It's going to be your next hearing. You want to write that down?
Okay.
There's a little form there to put the date on it. March 29th at 10 o'clock for sentencing. Okay. Get things taken care of. Any questions?
Where do I go for do I
Come
talk to
on the-
someone?
Well, Mr. Cooper will talk to you. He's in charge of community service.
Okay.
You just show up at 7:30 on the west side of the building, the brown door,
Okay.
any day other than Sunday, and you can do community service.
Oh, okay.
I'll walk
Thank
down and speak to her.
He'll talk to you about it.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly Haas, case number CRA 2364, CRB 2365.
And you're Kimberly Hass?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hass, looks like Mr. Sowers was busy over the weekend. You had a review hearing according to what the file says on December 30th of 2022, and it was on some sort of attempted drug possession, and it's alleged you didn't appear, so you got a warrant, and it looks like you got arrested recently on the warrant and posted a bond.
Yes, sir.
Do you admit or deny you failed to appear at your
Yeah,
hearing?
I admit.
Do you have an explanation for that?
Well, I actually forgot about the court date.
Okay. I have a report in the file that at one point you were going to Lawrence County Recovery.
Yeah, I finished it and done outpatient, and now I have an apartment over here in South Point.
At this point, it was November 28th, so that's a month basically before your last hearing that you missed. They said you were in a sober living facility with them at that time, talks about what you were doing as far as your support and going to meetings, and says you were employed at Giovanni's in Ironton, compliant, making progress, looking to get your own place. So why didn't you follow up and keep coming back?
Well, I got in my own place, so I was just working and busy, really, and forgot.
Okay. Well, you now have a bond up, so
Yes.
what happens is you still have the fines and court costs. I need, in Lawrence County Recovery is usually here in this court, so I need a report from them that you completed.
That I
treatment.
completed? Okay.
And since it's been so long, I want you to do a urine screen today, so we'll see where you are.
Okay.
So go do a urine screen. If it's clean, then you give me a letter of completion, then you won't have to finish the treatment. If it's not clean, then we're gonna go back to treatment. So go over to the probation office to submit your urine screen.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Wendell Freeman, case number CRB 2481.
All right, and you are Wendell Freeman. You're Wendell Freeman.
Yes.
Mr. Freeman, case number 2481 is a theft charge. It alleges February the 18th in Fayette Township at the Walmart, you tried to take property without their consent. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any income now?
Yeah, I get disability.
That's your only income?
Yes.
And you live in South Point?
Yes.
Okay. Would you rather go to Huntington or Ironton for your lawyer?
Huntington or Ashland?
Ironton.
Ironton.
Ironton? Okay. Well, who would Morford, yeah, Mr. Morford. He's right in the, do you know where the city center is in Ironton? Used to be J.C. Penney's, wasn't it, Mr. Hill?
That's right.
Back in the day? It's where the Ironton Municipal Court is. His office is on the bottom floor of that building.
Okay.
So he's going to be your lawyer. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. And let's see. March the 15th. Did you write that down for me, Mr. Cooper? March 15th is going to be your next hearing. I think Mr. Morford can be here then. March 15th at 10 a.m. for a pre-trial. And he has a bond up, so his bond's continued. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Call Mr. Morford.
Ready to go to Warren County Jail.
Okay, we have some hearings at the jail. We'll start now by teleconference.
State of Ohio versus Zachary Dement, case number CRB 23101, CRB 22553, CRB 22506, TRD 222057, A, B, and C.
Sir, you, Zachary Dement?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court. This is an arraignment for you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you make statements, it's on the record and can be used against you. You can have bail, and if you can't afford a lawyer, one can be appointed for you. And you have a right to make the state prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. The charge is that you failed to come to a review hearing October the 10th of 2023. And the first case was a domestic violence charge that it's alleged you had to appear for on a review. The second one, 22-553-506, that also was domestic violence. And then the last one was a traffic charge, 22-20-57, was a leaving the scene. Do you understand the charge against you?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to it?
I plead guilty, sir. I mean, I wasn't paying attention when I got my court dates offered. I mean, that's my fault.
Okay. So that's your, I was going to ask you for an explanation, is you just didn't pay attention to when you were supposed to come back to court?
I mean, I was going through treatment and everything too, man. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Where are you going to treatment?
I just got out of treatment.
Where'd you get out of treatment?
I went to Riverside. When I was fighting my felony case, they put me on ankle monitor, so I completed all that. I'm out of it now.
Okay. I'm going to contact, Mr. Gwynn's not here today, I think.
I'm here for.
Oh, you're here from RRS. Can you check and give me a report on Mr. Dement? Let me give you his date of birth. Well, since we're on the World Wide Web and there's millions of people watching.
Potentially.
I'm going to write it down and have the bailiff give it to you. And his full name with middle initial. So, Mr. Dement, I'm going to have RRS get me a report on you, and then we'll call you back up after that's happened. So, you'll be recalled before the court after I get a report.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Haley Early, case number CRB 2480. Evan Gilliam is on deck.
Ma'am, are you Haley Early?
Yes.
I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, which is in Chesapeake, Ohio. You are appearing in this court on a monitor in the courtroom because we're doing this by teleconference. But everything you say is being taken down. So if you admit something about your case, it can be used against you. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have an attorney and to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
The charge against you is a theft offense from Walmart. It alleges that on February the 18th in Fayette Township, you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to the charge?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true. Do you understand that? And that means you're waiving the rights to have a trial, to have a lawyer on this charge. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea. I'm going to order that you do a urine screen there at the jail. And then once I get the results of that urine screen, then I'll decide what your sentence should be. So I'll see you back. They're going to take you away for you to do a urine screen. Then when I get the results, I'll have you back and I'll finalize your sentencing then.
Your Honor, we have one that we probably ought to do here for right now. State of Ohio recalls Kimberly Hass, case number CRA 2364, CRB 2365 A and B. Evan Gilliam should be in the chair for the jail.
All right, well, Ms. Hass, it looks like we need to start back with some work. You agree with that?
Yes, I know, sir.
And where are you living now?
Up by Big Sandy. I run off Mike Finley.
Okay, so you're in Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an Ohio medical card?
I don't know. I probably need
How do
to
you pay for
reapply,
medical?
maybe.
How do you pay for medical services? If you need
Well, I
something?
haven't been since rehab, so I don't know if I have it still or not.
You have had one in the past?
Yes, sir.
So are you working now?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, so you're probably eligible to get one, I would think.
Yeah.
I'd like to do, who can do a screen or assessment? Okay, Taylor, once you do an assessment with her, let's give her the file so she can see the urine results. Oh, okay, so she has that. Okay, I want you to do an assessment, talk to Taylor, come back. After that's completed, I'll decide what your sentence should be.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Evan Gilliam at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 2479. Michael Johnson is on deck.
And sir, are you Evan Gilliam?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, and this is your arraignment hearing. You should have a copy of the charge. It was faxed down to the jail this morning.
I do have a copy.
Okay, good. It's an assault charge. It alleges that on February the 18th of 2024, in Rome Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Kimberly Louise Thompson. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this. If you choose to make statements, just hold on, let me finish. If you choose to make statements, anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir. May I say something?
You can, but everything is, I'll just caution you, it's all on the record, so.
Okay. That's not the paper I got. I got a domestic violence charge. I didn't see anything about an assault, and I didn't assault anybody. We were just having a heated argument. And there were several people that rushed in the house with me. If anybody was touched or before anything like that, it was me that was touched before anybody else. And then I went outside and then that's when I was arrested from behind. So I didn't touch anybody at all. We were arguing, yes.
I'll take that, sir, I'll take that as a not guilty plea. Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
Not right now, but I was looking.
And where do you live, sir?
I live with my girlfriend at 90 Township Road, 1161, Block 12B, Upper Carolina. I'd only been living there for a few weeks. I just came from there for treatment, but I was ready for treatment and we were together, so we just decided that we wanted to be together all the time. So I moved in with her, and since then I let my insurance company know that I was staying with a friend, and my food stamp card, or food stamp people also knew that I was at that address.
So, Mr. Heald, I'm assuming present in court today is Kimberly Thompson?
That's correct, Your Honor, and she has reminded me that we had Mr. Gilliam.
No, not him. Sorry, it was a previous.
Oh, different?
Yes, it
Oh,
was
okay.
someone totally different.
Okay. Well, anyway, she has let me know that she believes that Mr. Gilliam has alcohol issues that need to be dealt with and which gave rise to this incident. So I don't know whether at this point she has been sharing the same residence with him, but do you want a protection order?
No, I do not want a protection
So
order.
you're okay if he comes back to live
Yes,
with
he
you?
is perfectly fine to come back. I just need him to get help.
Okay. All right, Kimberly says she's okay with you coming back to live with her, but you gotta go to treatment for your alcohol issues if you're gonna do that. Is that something you agree to?
Yeah, we can do outpatient, if that's what I'm saying.
Well, we're gonna have, it'll have to be decided by whoever you get the treatment from. You said you'd been to treatment before. Where did you go before?
I was with RRS, and there's some things that I didn't agree with there, so I kind of wanted to, it was clashing with some of the beliefs that we had, so at that time, I just felt that there was some issues, so they weren't really being addressed, so.
How did you get to RRS before? Was that court ordered or something you did on your own?
Something I did on my own. I've always given treatment on my own. I've never been forced to do anything like that.
Okay.
But I've always went, by myself.
So
I've always been my decision.
where's Township Road 1161?
Rome.
Yeah, more specific.
Ernie's Trailer Park.
Okay. Well, OVP would be, in Proctorville would be closer. So you can walk from Ernie's
Yeah,
Trailer
it's right
Park
beside
to
the gas
Proctorville.
station.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I want you to, I'm gonna release you, I'll give you a signature bond. Do you know where the OVP is in Proctorville? It's next to Kroger.
Yeah, it's right beside Kroger.
Okay.
So that's where you gotta go. You gotta go there, get an assessment.
Yeah, I know that is OVP in Kroger. But OVP help?
Yes.
I've been there several times.
They're gonna do your treatment. So I'm gonna let you out on a $1,500 signature bond, no protection order at her request, But look, this is your place, right?
Yes.
Is his name even on the lease?
No.
Okay, here's the way this works. You gotta do what she says. If you wanna stay living there, you gotta do what she tells you to do, or get the heck out. And then you gotta answer to me. So, mind your P's and Q's and do what you're supposed to do and go to treatment and get this put behind you. But if you wanna stay living with Louise, right?
Kimberly.
Kimberly Louise?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I saw Louise in there. You gotta do what she says.
Well.
I mean, that's pretty much the way it is anyway, isn't it, right, Ron?
Yeah, absolutely.
She knows that I love her, so, we were having,
Okay, you don't need to say any more. I'm just giving you some advice. Just be quiet, listen to what I tell you, and do what I tell you. You gotta go to treatment, you gotta, not have any further problems, and if you want to continue to live there, you gotta obey the rules that she sets for you unless it's illegal or immoral. And then you just gotta get out and leave, and go find your own place. Okay? Is that agreed? You agree with that, sir?
yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a signature bond, and then we're gonna, and you wanted a lawyer too, right? Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yeah, because I didn't assault anybody.
Okay, well, we'll figure out who we can get. So Mr. Steyer's probably the closest, since you're in Proctorville. You don't want to go all the way to Ironton, do you? People in Proctorville don't want to go to Ironton.
I'm the way of his transportation, so no.
You'd rather go to Huntington than Ironton?
Yes.
Okay.
I know Mr. Stires.
Okay, Mr. Steyer's going to be your lawyer. And let's set a hearing date.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
I'm looking for a hearing date, and I just found it. March the 15th. March the 15th is going to be your name. You can write it down. There's a form for it. March 15, 3:15, pre-trial at 10 o'clock. And Kimberly, I'd like for you, since you're going to be in charge of him, you talk to Brianna, who's here from OVP. So you get, because I can already see you're the ramrod in this operation. So you got to get into OVP to get him to do what he's supposed to do. She'll tell you what has to happen there.
Okay.
And then you make sure he does it. Or kick him out.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Michael Johnson, case number CRA 2459, CRB 2460. And Natasha Lynch is on deck.
May I quote, Your Honor?
Yes. All right, Mr. Johnson was taken into custody because of issues at Bethesda. I have a report to that effect. Roger Smith is his attorney. Mr. Smith is not here today. So I'm going to take that as a request for continuance, since his attorney's not here today. And I'm going to reschedule it for next Monday.
Actually, Your Honor.
CRA 2459 is the felony. So that's going to be the 26th. All right, so this case is continued to February 26th for a preliminary hearing. I'll set his bond at $10,000 cash or surety. And this may be one that just needs to go to the grand jury, Mr. Hill, so be thinking about that.
Well, it's already crossed my mind.
All right, next hearing, February 26th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Natasha Lynch, case number TRD 231059, David Payne, the second, is on deck.
Okay, is Natasha Lynch in custody?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We can go ahead and recall the house.
Okay, we're ready, we can recall Kimberly Haas while we're waiting on Ms. Lynch.
State of Ohio recalls Kimberly Haas.
Okay, refer this house for assessment today, and what's the recommendation?
Residential.
Are you agreeable with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so condition of your bond will be that you go for residential treatment with Bethesda. You tested for a lot of stuff, so let's get to work on that.
Yeah.
And I'll let you sign a new $2,500 OR bond. Ordered release to Bethesda for inpatient uterine transporters.
I'm gonna have somebody come get her right now.
Okay.
Is there any way I could like go get my stuff? I mean,
No.
clothes and stuff?
Yeah, we'll have, if you need stuff, we can have somebody do that for you. We'll have somebody go pick it up.
Can you bring this?
Because we have a lot of people that skedaddle when we say,
Well,
okay, you can go pick up stuff, and then they never make it to treatment.
Well, no, I knew.
So I'll set your
It's
next
time.
hearing. March 4th, so I'll see you March 4th with a report that you're doing everything you're supposed to do, hopefully, right?
Yes.
And we're ready to get you clean and go on and have a good life. March the 4th, and that'll be a pretrial and review hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Natasha Lynch, is that you, ma'am? Can you hear me okay? Okay, your audio is not coming through. Let's try.
Can you hear me now?
I can, yes. I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. This is where your case is being heard. You're appearing in the court by teleconference. Basically, you're here because of a failure to appear. It's alleged that you had a citation August 6, 2023 for driving under a suspended license. It looks like you appeared in the traffic court, pled guilty to that, and the judge gave you some time to try to get your license reinstated, come back for a sentencing September 26th, and you failed to show up, and then a warrant got issued because you didn't show up. Does any of that sound familiar to you?
Yes.
So do you admit that you failed to appear for your sentencing hearing?
Yes.
Do you have an explanation for that?
No.
Do you have a license now?
No.
You still don't have a license?
No.
Where do you live? Do you still live in South Point?
No, I'm saying it. How do you?
What's your address in Huntington? Do you know?
No, I don't.
How'd you get picked up on this warrant?
At Walmart, I'm in Walmart.
Does she have new charges coming on that, or? She says she got picked up at Walmart, and I don't see anything associated with Walmart as a charge.
Your Honor.
No, I'm LC in the parking lot.
Your Honor, if I recall properly, I was told by the prosecutor's office that there might be some charges coming later, but not today.
Okay.
And I don't know, she said she was asleep in the parking lot at Walmart, so.
Well, I'm probably gonna let her out on an OR because it's a non-jailable offense, so. But you don't know if anything's gonna be filed today, I don't know what, was it a possession charge or maybe, or?
Well, I can find out. What's her name?
Natasha Lynch. Okay, we're gonna have a recall to see if the state's gonna file additional charges on this.
I think that's one Missy said to us.
So we'll recall you, they're looking to see if they're gonna file something else. So we'll have you back up after that.
State of Ohio versus David A. Payne II, case number TRD 21164. Joseph Sherman is on deck.
Sir, are you David Payne II? Mr. Payne, I'm Judge Capper at Lawrence County Municipal Court. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, they can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, and they can say prove this charge. The charges that you did not come to court for a review hearing when you were ordered to back in 2022, October the 11th to be exact, and the charge was driving in violation of restrictions on your license. And that's apparently a warrant got issued because you didn't show up. Actually, it was driving under suspension was the charge. Do you understand the current charge for not appearing? How do you plead to that? Do you have an explanation for not appearing?
Yes, I guess it's what I was working at.
And when did you get picked up on this warrant?
Yesterday,
How'd that happen?
I was on my parking lot. I was reading my phone when I fell asleep.
Oh, was that Ms. Lynch?
I guess I was supposed to leave.
Is there going to be charges on? He was with Lynch.
Yeah.
The information I have is that we do not have charges at this time. We may going forward, but we're not preparing charges presently.
Okay. And are you living in Huntington too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, you've got 5 days of community service and fines and costs to pay. So you have to do that or get a warrant. Okay, well, I'm going to sentence you to 48 hours in jail for not coming to your court hearing back in October of 2022. I'm going to give you a new review hearing in about a month. So that's going to be March 25th. So he's got to serve 48 hours in jail, then he gets out March 25th. You got to be back in court here in Chesapeake. You know where the court is in Chesapeake, right? Or finish your stuff. And what you've got left to do, you had $485 in fines and costs and 5 days of community service. Okay, get that finished, and you don't have to come to the hearings. If you don't show up and you don't do what you're supposed to, there'll be another warrant issued for you. Okay, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Joseph R. Sherman, case number CRB 23248. Zachary Dement will be on deck.
All right, Joseph Sherman is here. He had a review hearing February the 8th, it looks like.
Your Honor, if I may, this is the gentleman that had common pleas court charges that was being held for.
Okay. But those are resolved now?
They're resolved, yes. He's been released on those.
Okay. All right, so you've spent some time on jail on all this, and I'm glad you haven't done anything on your case. You got a jail sentence suspended with some fines and court costs. So I'm going to release you Just to remind you that there is an order for you to stay away from Sherry Bentley. And you're supposed to be going to PATH for some counseling, and I have a letter from them back in the fall where you did go. Right?
Yes, I've been in here since December, sir.
Okay, but you did go to PATH, you were going to PATH back in November?
Yes, every week.
Okay, so I want you to continue with that. It looks like they were helping you, weren't they?
What?
Did you feel like PATH was helping you?
It was in Chesapeake.
Right, but was it helpful to you, what they were doing?
Oh, yes, sorry, it's hard to hear in
Okay.
this headset for some reason.
And I'm gonna let you out of jail, where are you gonna go live when you get out of jail?
I have my own place now. After I got released, I went to stay with Olivia, and she helped me get a job with Mayo Family Tree Service. I was working there, and I got my own place now. I have my own bar and everything.
Okay, so, but you understand you can't go around Sherry?
Yeah, she lives in South Point in the Commons. That's South Point, Proctorville. I live in Proctorville.
Okay. Well, that's right, people from Proctorville avoid going to South Point at all costs, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, that needs to be you too. Just don't go there.
Okay, yes, sir.
And you gotta go back to PATH though. You're gonna go back to PATH.
Yes, sir. I'll actually, yes, so I get back on my meds too, because I haven't been on meds since I've been here.
Okay, so I'm awarding you release today.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll have another review hearing. And let's make it easy to remember. Did you have Julius Caesar when you were in high school? Did you read Julius Caesar?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, in that, it talks about the Ides of March. Beware of the Ides of March. The Ides of March is March 15th. So,
March 15th.
yeah, that's going to be your next hearing. March the 15th.
Yes, sir.
March the 15th, and that is going to be at 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
So go to PATH, stay away from Sherry, and you got some fines and court costs to pay too. If you can pay anything on that, that would be wonderful. But the main thing is stay away from Sherry and go to PATH.
Yes, sir.
See you on March the 15th at 9 a.m.
See you then, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Zachary Dement, case number CRB 23101 and others. Haley Early will be on deck.
Okay, well, it's not a great report, Mr. Dement. I got a report from RRS, and they say they threw you out after a month and a half for being disrespectful to a staff member on July 31st. I'm assuming that's 2023.
Look, I was leaving anyway, so I think my case that I was fighting, I was leaving anyway, so unless this, yeah, I was leaving anyway.
Okay.
Like I said, it was my fault, but I didn't make it to court. It's my fault. I take all responsibility because I'm an adult. It's my fault.
How long you been in jail now?
I got arrested for 4 days. I've been here for 4 days.
Well, I think I don't know if what good it would do at this point, but I still want to do it. I want you to do a urine screen.
For what?
To see what's in it. It's like a fishing expedition. I want to see what's in your urine.
Well, I don't have to take when I'm not on probation, am I?
You are on probation.
Okay.
So you can either sit in jail or you can take a urine screen. Which is it?
I'll take your screen for you, Mr. Cameron.
Okay. Well, I'll have you back after I get the results.
What is it?
I'll see you back after I get the results from your urine screen.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio recalls Haley Early, case number CRB 2480. Natasha Lynch is on deck.
Okay. Pretty much what I thought it might be. All right, Miss Early, tell me about yourself. Do you live in Huntington?
Yeah, and I have 3 kids.
3? Wow. How old are you?
24.
Where are your kids now?
2 are with my mom, and the other one's with my her step.
The other one's with, I didn't understand what you said, the other one's with
His
who?
dad.
His dad, okay. Is that in Huntington also?
Yeah,
Where's your mom?
she's at home. We've been waiting on me, hopefully.
In Huntington?
Yeah.
Have you been to treatment before?
I don't have a problem. I mean, I've been to detox for alcohol, problem I have, yes.
Well, you tested positive for methamphetamine, amphetamine, and THC.
I do smoke weed, yes.
Well, that was the least of my concern, the
Right,
three.
right.
And I'm kind of puzzled by this. We get a whole lot of people from Huntington. It says on here you live at 302 4th Avenue. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
Why would you come to the Walmart in South Point rather than go to the one on Route 60?
I was with one of my mom's friends that lives over there in Ohio.
Did they want to go to treatment? Is that why? Because you need to spread the word. If you shoplift at the Walmart in South Point and get caught and test dirty, you're going to be made to go to treatment.
Really?
Yeah. I thought people knew that because I've been told that's why people come there. They want to go to treatment.
No, I don't, because I have to do with my kids. I don't have any help other than my mom.
How old are your kids? They can't be very old.
5, 3, and 2.
The best thing you can do for your kids is get clean.
Right, and I am, and I don't do that all the time. I do smoke weed, but I don't do that all the time. I have done it, but it's not for me.
Well, you can, in the way our community is now, I don't know if this is what happened with you, but you can smoke some weed and get some meth with it.
Right,
Or you can get some fentanyl with it.
right.
So, you can't really even do marijuana off the street because it could have anything in it.
Right, well, I plan on putting that anyways also.
I didn't understand the last thing you said.
I plan on putting that also. I just do that for sleep.
Well, here's the problem. I'm going to make you go to treatment.
My babies have nobody to help watch them.
Well, I can put you in jail for 6 months.
No.
Which do you prefer, go to treatment or go to jail for 6 months?
Treatment, but I've got a lot going on right now.
I understand.
We're in the middle of moving and we're everything going on with my kids.
Maybe we need to talk to your mom. How do we get a hold of her?
Yeah, you can try to,
What's her name?
Amanda Hicks.
Oh, she's here. Amanda Hicks? Is it the Amanda Hicks that comes to court here? She was just here.
Probably,
Yeah. She's got a substance use problem too.
she does, yes. But she
So do you.
For the most part.
Well, we need to do an assessment on you and find out what we can do. Maybe we need to get somebody else involved with these kids.
No, I'm fine.
No, you're not fine.
I'm going through stuff right now already with this, for this issue. I'm stuck on. We're in the middle of moving.
Who's we?
I currently live with my mom because I have an abusive relationship, but I'm not going to keep living with her if we have to move.
So she lives at 302 4th Avenue also?
Yes.
How long have y'all lived there?
Last year.
Your mom was just here in court within the last week, I would say.
Yeah.
Do you have a medical card?
Yeah.
From where?
West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah.
I think she knew Brianna, but it'll just be, I think it's only just me or Brianna that can take that West Virginia.
Can you call down to the jail? This is Haley Early. She's got 3 children. She's 24 years old, 3 children. Her mom has the children, who's Amanda Hicks, who was just in court.
Her and my grandma, well, they're with my grandma or my mother, I'm not sure which one.
Okay, who's the grandmother?
Debbie Hicks. They're probably with her.
Where's Debbie Hicks live?
That address is our mailing address. That is my grandma's address. We live at my mom's physical address, but my grandmother's is where we always put our addresses.
So Debbie Hicks lives at 302 4th Avenue.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to have somebody talk to you about treatment, and then we'll come back after that's happened. So there's a family history. Long one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Natasha Lynch, case number TRD 231059.
So same thing on this, there's not going to be any charges, because that's what we were waiting to see.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Lynch, there may be charges coming in the future, but there's not going to be any filed today, so I'm just going to go ahead and sentence you on this. Is there anything you want, tell me before I send you? Okay, on the driving under suspension, this is a non-jailable offense, so I'll impose a $100 fine, court costs, 30 hours of community service, review hearing for March 29th at 9 a.m. So you're going to get out of jail unless you got a holder from another court. I'm releasing my holder on you, but you may be getting charges in the future is what my understanding is, but they're not going to be filed today. Okay, that's all.
Also has charges in our immunity, covered her today.
Okay.
He's not done here.
And he's not done any restricted.
Okay.
He's the only one.
But not on the Okay, that's all we can do. We got 2 people that getting assessed, and you're waiting on the minute for a hearing screen, so we're going to take a recess at this point. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We got another case we can do.
State of Ohio versus Tyler Butcher, case number CRA 235.3, CRB 23524.
Tyler Butcher, is he in custody?
No.
Mr. Butcher's not here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, he is in prison.
He's in prison.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is one.
This is the one that we got the letter from the Department of Rehabilitation and Correction.
And what we propose is just to nolly those charges here.
Okay. All the charges here will be nollied.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy McMillan, case number TRC 22769 A, B, and C, TRC 202410 A, B, and C, TRC 192341 A, B, and C.
Okay, Mr. McMillan is here without, your attorney could not be here today, so he asked for permission. I'm just going to do a check. We're not going to do any sentencing, which is, there's stuff still pending. Looks like there's still stuff we're working on with Bethesda. I like, you got a new look now. You look great.
Yeah, feels better too.
Good. Now tell me about your job. When are you starting that?
Well, I just got released on the 14th. I had another doctor's appointment with my knee, and they gave me some physical therapy. I didn't want to go down with a bum knee the way it was, so when I talked to Jason, I wanted to get a hold of Sharon to reschedule my respiratory fit. I was going to stop down there on the way back now.
Okay, well, you need to do that. If you want to keep that job, you need to stay in touch with them and let them know what's going on, when you're gonna be available.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be the plan, you're gonna stop in there today?
Yeah, when I leave here, I'm going right past it.
Okay.
'Cause I just can't get a hold of Jason.
Who's
After I
Jason?
talked to Matt, he's like the hiring and firing guy.
And
And I
Superior?
talked to Matt, and he just said, you go talk to these people.
Okay,
And then
well,
that
just drop
conversation.
in there then.
Yeah, that's why.
Go to the office. Talk to Mr. Elkins, he'll give you some advice, he was an employer, so he can tell you what you need to do. Present yourself in the right way, but you need to make sure they understand you really want to come to work.
Yes,
You know, you don't want them to get the idea, well, this guy doesn't really care if he works or not.
no, I need a job.
Okay, so let's schedule you for another hearing. Let's make it March 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, Arlen, you're gonna coach him up a little bit, right?
Yeah, we've been talking, Your Honor.
All right. All right, March 29th for him, and I'm gonna take a recess till we can get those other two people back in court.